Do you have a varying menstrual cycle length? Does your menstrual cycle length vary from month to month? Do you keep having different numbers for your menstrual cycle length every single month or every single cycle? And you're wondering how to calculate your fertile window, how to know when you are fertile in order to get pregnant. If this is you, don't go anywhere because this video is for you. Hi there, welcome to my channel. I'm Nurse Annie, and on this channel I talk about nursing and healthcare. So if you are interested in contents like this, don't go anywhere. So today is about varying menstrual cycle length. How to calculate your fertile window, how to know when you're fertile, when to have unprotected sexual intercourse with your partner in order to get pregnant. So before you can calculate your ovulation, you need to know your menstrual cycle length first. And before you can say you have a varying menstrual cycle length, you must have calculated your menstrual cycle length for at least 6 months or at least 6 cycles. So I'm not going to be dwelling much on how to calculate your menstrual cycle length in today's video. I have a video on how to calculate your menstrual cycle length. So after today's video, if you check it out, it's going to help you very well. Menstrual cycle length is simply the days in between two periods. And you start counting from the very first day you start bleeding to a day before the next menses. And the normal range falls between 21 to 35 days. So let's say you saw your menses on the 2nd and you saw the next one on the 29th. All you need to do is to start counting how many days you have. This is going to be day 1, the next day, day 2. You keep counting like that until the very last day. So let's count together. This day 1, this day 2, this day 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So this is 27 days menstrual cycle length. So you write it down, 27 days. The next month you calculated and you got 29 days. The next month you got 31 days. The next month you got 30 days. Next month 32 days. Next month you got 28 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is for 6 months or 6 menstrual cycles. So you got different numbers. I want to believe you kept track of your menses. So just use your record to do the calculation. Write them all out like this. Let's do the calculation together. So in calculating this woman's fertile window, you pick the least number and the highest number from this menstrual cycle. Please listen attentively. Calculating the fertile window in a varying menstrual cycle length is different from calculating the fertile window in a regular, constant menstrual cycle length. They have two different methods. So please, this is different from that regular one. This one is for varying menstrual cycle length. So we want to calculate this woman's fertile window. And I want you to use your own record and fix your own days, your menstrual cycle length, fix them. Like if you had 26 days the first month, write 26. If you had 30, write 30. If you had 30, 28, 29, 27, 32, write out yours like that. You don't have to follow the way I did. This one is just example. Okay, so let's calculate this woman's fertile window. In calculating the fertile window, you pick the least menstrual cycle length. The list is 27 days, 27, 29, 31, 30, 32, 28 days. So the list is 27 days. So you write it out, 27 days. and you subtract 18 from it. So this is this woman's shortest menstrual cycle length, 27, and we subtract 18 from it, and it will give us 9. So this means on the 9th day of her menstrual cycle length is the beginning of a fertile window. In varying menstrual cycle lengths, we can't pinpoint this is the exact day you're going to ovulate. Unlike the regular and constant menstrual cycle length, the constant one that you have the same number for 6 months or 6 cycles. In this case, you can't pinpoint this is the day you are likely going to ovulate. So what we do is to know the beginning of your fertile window and the end of your fertile window. So in knowing the beginning and the end of your fertile window, you subtract 18 from the shortest menstrual cycle length, and you subtract 11 from the longest menstrual cycle length. So this is this woman's shortest menstrual cycle length, and we subtract 18 from it, and we have here 9. So on the 9th day of her menstrual cycle length is the beginning of her fertile window. So let's count from here to know the 9th day. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the 9th day of her cycle length. So this is the beginning of her fertile window. This is the beginning. And if we subtract 11 from this longest menstrual cycle length, you're going to have 21, right? 21. So 21 is the end of her fertile window, day 21 of her menstrual cycle length. So remember, this was on the 9th. So this 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So this is the closing of her fertile window. So this day, these days, all the days underlined here makes up this woman's fertile window. The days inside this box, this our fine box, are the days this woman is expected to have sexual intercourse if she's expecting a baby. So she can choose to have sex, unprotected sex, please. On this day, she can skip this day, have sex the next day. That's have sex on alternate days. It's advisable to have sex on alternate days. Have in mind that sperm can survive 3 to 5 days. So you don't need to stress yourself having sex every single day. But if it's okay with you and your partner, fine. But it's advisable every other day. But if you choose, you and your partner choose to have sex every day, good and fine. So you can have sex here, skip the next day, have sex the next day, skip the next day. This is how to calculate fertile window in a varying menstrual cycle length. So I'm going to do one more example so you understand very well. Okay, so let's say you saw your menses on the 3rd. This one came on 31st. Let's calculate your menstrual cycle length. This is going to be day 1. Remember, the first day is day 1. You keep counting. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, day 13, day 14, day 15, day 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So we have 28 days cycle. Okay, so you write down 28. days. The next one, you calculated the same way and you got 30 days. The next month or the next cycle, you got 29 days. Next one, 32. Next one, 34 days. The next one, you got a 27 days menstrual cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So in knowing this woman's fertile window, remember I said you can't pinpoint the exact day she's likely going to ovulate, unlike the one that the menstrual cycle is constant. So in this one, you only choose the beginning of the fertile window and the closing. We have a range. And this is the day, this is the possible day from this time to this point is the possible moment she's going to ovulate. So in determining this range, this period, this fertile period, you choose the least menstrual cycle length, that's the lowest, the smallest, and you subtract 18 from it, and you also choose the longest menstrual cycle length and you subtract 11 from it. So let's check this woman's menstrual cycle length and choose the least or the smallest menstrual cycle length. Let's glance through. 27 is the smallest. So you subtract 18 from this smallest menstrual cycle length. This is going to be 27 minus 18, which equals the 9. This is the 9. This is the beginning of this woman's fertile window. And we pick the highest menstrual cycle length, which is 34. So you subtract 11 from 34 and it equals 23. So on the 23rd day of this woman's menstrual cycle length is the end of a fertile window. 23rd day is here. So this is the end, this is the closing of this woman's fertile window. So I also draw a fine box. So I draw a fine box for this fertile window. Beautiful. So this day all the way to this point makes up this woman's fertile window. So she's expected to have sexual intercourse during these days in order to get pregnant. And it's advisable for her to have sex on alternate days. She can choose to have sex this day, she rests the next day she baby dance again, the next day she rests. And she keeps doing like that, having in mind that the sperm can survive 3 to 5 days. Let's say, example, she ends up ovulating on the 16th of her menstrual cycle length. Let's say she has sex here, has here, and she ovulates on this day 16th. The sperm that was ejaculated into her system is still alive, waiting for this egg to be released. So during this period, don't skip too much. Alternate days is advisable. Imagine if you skip too much, like you have sex here and you wait for 6 days before you don't have sex. There's no how you're going to get pregnant. So you have sex alternate days, thereby increasing your chances of getting pregnant. So you are expected, if you have a very menstrual cycle length and you calculate like this, after identifying your fertile window, you are expected to have sex on alternate days throughout your fertile window. Having in mind that sperm can survive 3 to 5 days, so there's no how you're going to miss it. Everything being equal, everything being normal with your reproductive tract, your reproductive organs, everything being equal, there's no how you're going to miss it. and God by your side, you're going to get pregnant. So you just follow the way I'm teaching you, and God will make it happen, and you're going to smile. All right. So this is how to calculate your fertile window if you have a varying menstrual cycle length. If your menstrual cycle length keep changing from month to month, you keep having different numbers, different figures, you understand, for your menstrual cycle length. This is how to calculate and know your fertile window if you want to have a baby. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you have any comments, or if you want me to help you, in calculating your fertile window, you can drop a comment for me in the comment section, and I'll try to, calculate for you. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you got value. If you did, kindly subscribe to my channel for more videos, and also like this video and share with your loved ones. Thank you.